Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our weekly video predictions for what I think is going to happen in next week's episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. This is for episode 11. It's called You're Still Here. Alright, man, so we did the review for episode 10, which I thought was a pretty good episode. You guys can definitely check it out. It's in the channel right now if you have not seen it yet. And you can leave any questions for the Q&As for this week below in this video or in that video as well. Either one's fine. So you're still here. So the 11th episode for Season 5. We have 6 episodes left, including that episode that's coming up. And this is what's written on the tree is if you're reading this, it means you're still here. So you're still alive. So that's great. So that's, I guess, an accomplishment in the world of The Walking Dead after this many years, that if you're still alive, that says something about you, that you're pretty tough to be able to survive this long, whatever you had to do in order to make it. So the episode description, which I'll put in the video description, as well as the links to the promotionary video, which is like the trailer, and the sneak peek to this upcoming episode, both will be linked in the description below. The description reads, quote, as Alicia struggles to find her new role in the convoy, she's drawn to mysterious artwork. A simple scouting trip is derailed when she and Strand are thrust into a conflict between desperate survivors. Morgan and Althea hit a roadblock, and we can see in the trailer what the roadblock is. It looks like it's Logan and his gang, his band of bandits who I don't know. He's just such a 80s villain type of character for me. I don't really know much about what to say about Logan. He's kind of silly. They kind of made him look ridiculous with a scene with Sarah where she makes him walk and she throws out and he's got his boots and they're all like tattered because he walked so far and stuff. It's just kind of so ridiculous. I don't even know what to say about it. So I'm not a huge fan of Logan yet. Fear the Walking Dead, like I said in recent videos, has always been a series I think that has struggled with coming up with some really good villains. They've had a few that are pretty good. I thought the Vultures were pretty good, and Taka was awesome until he became kind of an anti-hero, which is fine. I imagine he's out there somewhere, so maybe we'll see him eventually again at some point in Fear. But if not, if the actor does not want to return because Madison's not even there now, then that makes sense as well. But this one here, You're Still Here, kind of feeds into sort of the whole theory about Madison. And if you guys didn't see it, I did a video on that this week, which was like a Q&A type of video on whether or not we think she could return for the finale because you see the writing on the walls and that, and there's some sites that have kind of listed like, it kind of looks like barbed wire in the trees was similar to kind of Teotihuacan, which is one of the end of the world as we know it. One of the episodes from season 3 is she's kind of up on this part, and there's like that going over. So I don't know, we've kind of given our thoughts on the whole Madison returning idea. It does feel like that's sort of what they're playing up to here, which is that Althea or Alicia thinks that there's some possibility that maybe Madison has been leaving these, or that, she just feels like she's got to know who has been leaving these, because that's something that's very similar to something that, Madison might say or might write or something like this. So, kind of hyping up that sort of concept. My predictions on that are, I don't think we'll see Madison back in Fear the Walking Dead. I would love it if somehow they could do that, but I just don't see it happening. For one reason or another, like we discussed in that video, it just feels like it's probably not going to happen. But I like that they're at least playing with the idea and setting that up as part of this upcoming episode, which is pretty good. So she's going around trying to find out who's been leaving the mysterious artwork, and then they hear in the sneak peek from Wes. So Wes is the character we saw watching the tapes that they have been leaving, and the one that Logan confronted and ruined his whatever that was, bike or whatever he had. And so you have Strand and Alicia with their truck low on fuel, and even Strand is like not sure why she wants to know about this artwork or whatever, and she can't really tell him that, well, could it be Madison or something, and he's going to be like, no, she's dead, this kind of thing. So they're kind of playing up to that idea. So we have someone who calls it out. It's Wes, and then we find out that they get in contact with him. We see him in the truck with them in the trailer for this episode coming up, and it seems like right now Alicia's scared to kill walkers at this time, or she just feels like she can't. Strand's kind of like, are you sure it's okay for you to be out here? Because she's not able to kind of defend herself or kill walkers at this time, so he has to kind of do it. And she's just feeling like, kind of weak after everything that she went through and everything. So she's got to kind of build herself back up again after her near-death experience, I suppose, at the hands of the radioactive walker blood. That she got facialized with. Then they pick up Wes, and don't you have bigger fish to fry? I don't know about this Wes character so far. Some people have compared him to Heath, saying he looks a little bit like Heath. He doesn't have glasses. I don't know. I don't know what to make of him so far. It's just kind of like, is he going to be a good guy? Is he going to be in the middle, like Charlie or something? Is he going to be a bad guy? You'd like to think that after Logan, ruined his ride and everything, that he'd probably be, someone who could join Morgan in the group and Alicia and Strand and the others and be kind of a good guy character. But we'll have to see, because he seems like he might be somebody that could be kind of in the middle. There's also one of him wrestling with somebody who I don't know who it is. I can't really tell. You've got Logan confronting Althea and Morgan. That's their roadblock, and you have Morgan who kind of runs up on him and is thinking about stabbing him with his clear eyes. Right? He's got the staff and everything, and he's like going into maybe clear mode, Morgan. So we got to watch for that. But Logan's got his bandits around him with the guns, so I think they'll likely tell Morgan to back off and that kind of thing. And Logan wants to know where the oil fields are. And then there's a part at the end where somehow Logan is pulled down, with some chains or something. I don't know, part of a wall or something. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that, but he's trying to find out where the oil fields are. The oil idea, I think, is not a bad idea, because, it's around the time right now in the zombie apocalypse where they would be running out of oil. So, it's something where it's like that makes sense that they would. The only person in the original Walking Dead who still uses gas would be, Daryl with his bike, right? All the rest are using horseback. They're riding around on horseback because all the vehicles have kind of seized up at this point, and they don't have any ability to kind of travel around in vehicles. So the Fear group is kind of getting to that point now where all the vehicles are starting to kind of shut down. They're running out of gas. They're still working, but the oil's gone bad, right? So Logan's trying to find it, and if he found the oil fields or something, maybe he could somehow, recondition the oil so it could be used or something. I'm not sure if they have to, that gets a bit into Eugene territory, I'd say, for The Walking Dead. You'd have to have like somebody like that who could come in and measure the levels and see what you have to do and recondition it to be used again, so that put some kind of additive or something into it to maybe it's, I don't know, something wrong with it. Well, I'm not like a power engineer or something, or somebody who's into mechanical. I don't know exactly what they do with oil after they get it for gasoline to be used in vehicles, like what they have to how they have to condition it or add things to it or whatever they have to do. But maybe Logan is somebody with his group that would be able to do that. I don't know. It would give him a huge advantage over anybody else out there if he had still running vehicles and a good amount of oil, that if he couldn't replenish it, but at least if he could find a good amount that could last a few years, because you only have your group. So if you found some kind of big tanker or something and you were able to use it and kind of get some production going on, it could be really good for your group. So maybe that's why he wants to get it, so he can get some power due to being able to have vehicles running when no one else can. So that's kind of that would be an overpowered ability right now for a group. If he was able to do that for his group, could be something really good. So, that's pretty much it for what we've got for the sneak peeks and the trailers for this one. So I'm excited to see another episode with our old school Fear survivors. We didn't get to see them too much in episode 10. We got, Dwight and Morgan, so our original Walking Dead crossover characters, survivors, and then just Daniel a little bit at the end, which was good enough to add in that little bit of the old school Fear kind of team that's still somewhat alive here in Fear the Walking Dead at this point. To at least he gets to give Dwight a haircut, so it it has that. But it's going to be good this episode 2 and 11 to get to see more with Alicia and Strand, those old school Fear survivors that are still around at this point for however much longer they're around for. The rest of the season, maybe season 6. I don't know. We'll see who's surviving on long term here. And whether or not it's possible they could bring Madison back. I really hope so, but I don't want to get my hopes up because I feel like it's probably not, but man, that'd be cool if they could somehow work that out. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below for the Q&A this week. Probably do a few of them soon. And let me know what your predictions are for how the rest of the season is going to go. Do you think Alicia might be sick? Even still, maybe they do a twist on us where Grace ends up being okay, and she thought she was dead, and then Alicia ends up being sick, and that's why she's it isn't just PTSD, but she actually hasn't been fighting and everything because she's actually feeling really weak because, something it's like right in the face and everything. I don't know. Anyway, if you like the video, thumb it below, share, favorite, leave a comment. That's it for this one. See you guys again soon for another. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.